Back on the ground, the human soldiers press on, inspired by the sight of their forces pushing back the mighty alien fleet. Faces dirtied and eyes filled with determination, they move with a renewed sense of purpose, feeling the tide finally turn in their favor. For the first time, victory seems possible. Despite exhaustion, humanity's defenders fight on, spurred by the hope of protecting Earth and reclaiming their home from invaders. This turning point marks a climactic shift, leaving the audience on the edge of their seats, fully invested in the outcome of humanity's epic battle for survival. With their momentum building, the human soldiers rally for the final push to infiltrate the alien flagship. Determined and armed with a newfound sense of purpose, they charge ahead, weaving through corridors filled with alien defenders. The flagship is massive, and the interior glows with strange, pulsating lights as the humans face off against an army of alien soldiers, robots, and towering mechs. The humans, though fewer in number, fight alongside their own experimental mechs, making every strike count. The atmosphere crackles with tension, each movement a high-stakes maneuver as the human soldiers know this could be their last stand. Amid the chaos, one soldier steps forward, a close friend of Bonner, who fell earlier in battle. This soldier, driven by the memory of Bonner's sacrifice and a fierce desire to end the alien threat, pushes through the enemy line toward the alien commander. In a daring and intense face-off, they manage to confront the alien leader who has mocked Earth's forces from the beginning. In a final act of sacrificial heroism, the soldier uses their last strength to deliver a blow that brings down the commander and cripples the flagship's core systems. The act is raw with emotion as they realize their end is near, yet their face shows peace and pride. Their sacrifice becomes a powerful moment, inspiring their comrades and strengthening humanity's resolve to finish the battle. Outside, the remaining human forces watch in awe as the alien fleet begins to falter. With their flagship severely damaged and their command structure in chaos, the alien forces start to retreat, the once mighty fleet humbled by Earth's defenders. Earth's warships fire a final barrage as the alien ships withdraw, leaving behind the remnants of a fierce and hard-won victory. As silence falls over the battlefield, the surviving human soldiers look to the sky, still stunned by what they've accomplished. The battle has taken a heavy toll, and the faces of the soldiers show not only their exhaustion, but also a profound sense of loss. They've endured the unimaginable, and while they've prevailed, the cost has been high. Some look back to the fallen, remembering friends and comrades who won't return, but their expressions are filled with pride in their people's resilience. In a final moment, the soldiers, bruised and battered but victorious, stand together, looking up at the stars. The audience is left with a powerful message. Humanity's strength lies not just in advanced technology, but in its spirit, determination, and the unbreakable bond between its people. With the battle finally over, Earth enters a new chapter, stronger and more united than ever. The scenes show people from every corner of the planet working together to rebuild what was lost. Cities once damaged by the invasion now rise again, their buildings restored, and their people filled with a renewed sense of pride. Earth's leaders honor the soldiers who fought, recognizing their courage and sacrifice. The names of heroes are etched in history, with statues and memorials built to remember their bravery. Humanity has learned not only how to defend itself, but also the strength that comes from standing together. The aliens, humbled and wary of Earth's resilience, retreat back into the galaxy. Their encounter with humanity has left them with a cautionary tale that spreads quickly among other alien races. Earth may not have the most advanced technology, but its people are fierce, unbreakable, and willing to protect what they love at any cost. No one will dare to underestimate humanity again, knowing that the human spirit is as powerful as any weapon. In a final message of hope, the story suggests that humanity's journey is far from over. With the threat now gone, Earth's scientists and leaders look to the stars, inspired to explore, learn, and grow. The technology and knowledge gained from the battle could lead to advancements that might change history. New alliances with alien races, faster than light travel, or perhaps even a new force to defend against future threats. Humanity's victory becomes not just a survival story, but the beginning of a brighter future. The closing shots capture Earth's cities beautifully lit under the night sky. now peaceful and vibrant. Among these images are hints of what's to come: research labs developing new technology, engineers working on futuristic starships, and people of all backgrounds united by a common purpose. The camera pans out, showing Earth as a shining blue beacon in space, ready to take on the universe. The final scene leaves the audience with a sense of closure and optimism. Humanity has faced its darkest hour and emerged stronger, sending a message to the galaxy that Earth is no longer just a small, overlooked planet, but a powerful force to be reckoned with. It's a satisfying and uplifting end to the journey, leaving viewers inspired by humanity's strength and potential. The stage is set for future adventures, but for now, Earth is at peace, prepared to embrace whatever challenges may lie ahead. The story begins with Captain Ethan Blake, a highly trained soldier, traveling through space on a mission. He's part of a specialized team tasked with negotiating with a mysterious alien race known for their ancient and brutal traditions. The team is heading toward an unknown planet that is said to hold the key to an alliance that could help protect Earth from a growing alien threat. Ethan, though nervous about the unknown, trusts in his skills and the strength of his team. Suddenly, the peaceful journey takes a dark turn. Without warning, their spaceship is attacked by a fleet of alien warships. The ship shudders as explosions rock the hull. The crew scrambles to react, but the aliens are too fast, too powerful. The ship is brought down, crashing violently to the planet's surface. Everything goes dark. When Ethan regains consciousness, he finds himself in a cold, dark chamber, surrounded by his team, who are all bound and dragged by the alien captors. Panic rises as the aliens reveal their cruel intentions. Ethan and his team are to be sacrificed to the Dragon Pit, an ancient ritual meant to honor a terrifying dragon that rules their sacred lands. The alien captors speak coldly, explaining that every century, one human sacrifice is required to feed the dragon and maintain the balance of power. The alien soldiers show no mercy as they force the team toward the entrance of the pit. Ethan's heart pounds in his chest as the dark hole looms ahead. There's no way out. The alien guards speak in a language Ethan can't understand, but their eyes are filled with contempt. The soldiers drag Ethan and his team to the edge of the pit. His thoughts race, wondering if there's any way to escape this horrible fate. But before he can act, they push him into the deep, swirling darkness of the pit below. As Ethan falls, the air rushes past him. His mind races with disbelief. He's about to die. The roar of the dragon echoes from the depths below. His body crashes onto hard ground, but somehow he survives the fall. The pit's doors slam shut behind him, sealing him in with no way out. The faint, chilling sound of the dragon's roar shakes the very walls around him. The door closes with a loud, deafening thud, leaving him alone in the darkness, surrounded by ancient, weathered stone walls. The dragon's growls vibrate through the floor, filling the air with a sense of dread and fear. As the darkness envelops him, Ethan's body reacts. His senses sharpen, his hearing, his vision, his survival instincts all kick in. His mind is clear, his thoughts racing. There's no escape, no obvious way out. His heart pounds in his chest. The walls of the pit are covered with strange, glowing markings, ancient symbols that pulse with an eerie light. The pit is a place of death, yet these markings tell the story of a long-forgotten civilization. Suddenly, something stirs in the shadows, a giant form moving slowly in the dark. Ethan's breath catches in his throat as his eyes adjust to the darkness. He sees the shape of something massive, a dragon, its scales glimmering with an unnatural sheen. Its eyes glow, red and malevolent, as it turns to face him. The dragon's shadow stretches across the pit, and Ethan's heart races with terror. The dragon is huge, easily 20 times his size. Its breath smells like sulfur, and its massive wings spread wide, blocking out the dim light from above. Ethan realizes that there's no way to reason with this beast, no way to escape. It's a fight to the death. The fear is palpable, but Ethan refuses to give in. He knows that if he's going to survive, he'll need to act fast, think smart, and fight harder than he ever has before. He scans the pit for any tools, any way to defend himself. But there's nothing. No weapon, no armor, not even a way to hide. His only choice is to fight or die. Flashbacks of Earth flood Ethan's mind. His family, his friends, his fellow soldiers, all of them, living and waiting for him to return. His wife, Rachel, and their young daughter, Maya, are waiting for him back home. Ethan's thoughts of them ignite a fire of determination in his chest. He cannot die here. Not for this alien race. Not for the dragon. He won't let them take him. The flashbacks also bring memories of his comrades, soldiers who fought and sacrificed their lives for the mission. Their faces flash before his eyes, and the weight of their sacrifice pushes him forward. Ethan knows that if he doesn't survive, their deaths will be in vain. His determination to survive becomes personal. The audience feels Ethan's desperation, his fear, but also his love for his family and comrades. They connect with Ethan's sense of duty. He isn't just fighting to survive. He's fighting to honor those he loves and those who've already given their lives. The stakes are high, and Ethan has no choice but to stand tall and fight. The pit's cold walls close in around him, and the dragon's growl echoes louder, shaking him to the core. But Ethan is ready. He has nothing left to lose, and his will to survive is the only thing that can save him now. As the dragon's glowing eyes lock onto Ethan, the audience is left on the edge of their seats, wondering if Ethan can face this monstrous creature and find a way to survive, or if he will become the next sacrifice. The ground shudders violently, as if the very earth is alive, trembling beneath Ethan's feet. From the deepest shadows of the pit, a massive figure begins to emerge. It's the dragon, enormous, with metallic scales that shimmer in the dim light, reflecting an eerie glow. Its eyes burn with an unsettling red light, and its razor-sharp claws scrape against the stone floor as it moves. Ethan feels a wave of heat wash over him, the air thick with the scent of sulfur, making it hard to breathe. The dragon opens its mouth, releasing a terrifying growl that echoes through the pit, followed by a burst of flames that crackle and shoot from its nostrils, lighting up the entire space in a fiery blaze. The dragon is unstoppable. With each movement, the ground trembles under its weight. Ethan's heart races as he tries to calm himself, forcing his mind to focus. The beast is right in front of him now, its towering figure blocking any chance of escape. Fire and smoke fill the air, and the intense heat radiating from the dragon's body makes the pit feel like an inferno. Ethan's instincts kick in. He quickly surveys his surroundings, desperate to find anything that could help him. The pit is dome-shaped, its walls stretching high above him, and there's no obvious way out. The walls are made of some kind of high-tech force field, glowing faintly with an impenetrable energy that makes it clear there's no escape. The only way out is through the fight of his life. There's no turning back now. The dragon charges, moving with terrifying speed. Its wings beat the air with such force that the gusts send dust and debris flying around the pit. Ethan barely dodges the flames as they shoot toward him, feeling the intense heat scorch his skin. The dragon's roar fills the air, and its fiery breath is aimed straight at him, but he leaps aside just in time. Ethan's heart races as he sprints across the pit, his eyes searching for something, anything, that could give him an advantage. The dragon's claws scrape against the ground as it circles him, its fiery breath lighting the pit. Ethan spots something glowing faintly near the far edge of the pit. A weapon. With a burst of adrenaline, Ethan rushes towards it. The ground beneath him feels unsteady as the dragon follows, growling and swiping at him. His pulse races, but Ethan focuses on the glowing object ahead. He reaches the spot and finds an ancient sword buried in the ground, its blade glowing with an otherworldly light. As the dragon closes in, Ethan pulls the sword free, holding it in both hands. The glowing blade feels warm, almost alive, as if it has a power of its own. With the dragon charging at him, Ethan stands his ground, ready for the battle of his life. The audience watches with bated breath as Ethan grips the sword tightly, the only weapon in a fight against a creature far beyond anything he's ever faced. The tension in the pit is palpable. Will the ancient sword be enough to stop the beast, or is this the end for Captain Ethan Blake? The action builds as Ethan prepares to face the dragon head-on. Ethan grips the glowing sword tightly in his hands, feeling its power pulse through him. With a deep breath, he squares off against the mighty dragon. The creature roars, its massive body shifting as it prepares to strike. Without hesitation, Ethan moves in. He swings the sword with all his might, aiming for the dragon's scaly hide. The blade strikes, but only sparks fly as the sword glances off the thick, nearly indestructible scales. Ethan's heart sinks for a moment, but he doesn't give up. The dragon's scales might be tough, but he's not done yet. The dragon retaliates with terrifying speed. A huge fireball erupts from its mouth, a wave of flame that fills the pit. Ethan barely has time to react. He dives to the side, feeling the heat of the fire singe his clothes and skin as he rolls across the floor. His mind races. He knows he's in trouble. This dragon is stronger, faster, and far more powerful than anything he's ever faced. It's an uphill battle, but Ethan refuses to give up. Survival is his only option.